Man, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy. Man, definitely want to just get, just really want to get on here real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go on and do my jog right now after this. So I'm going to try to make it respectively a little bit shorter. Definitely want to talk about this California reparation bill that just passed um, like a week ago. I know a few people talked about it, not in extent of detail, but they talked about it. Tariq definitely talked about it, and I'm gonna go on the record and say I agree with Tariq. Um, Clarification of not really liking this law that's got passed. Um, I don't like it for a reason. There's a lot of um, codified language in the bill. Also, it's not. It's almost a similar to HR 40. Definitely a bill that I have no desire of even wanting to be passed on a federal level, and to me it's just horrible. And the blueprint that all these states are going with reparation. The thing about reparation is this is more of a federal agenda or situation that need to be taken, not a state taken. I mean, yeah, you had some states that were very heavy in slavery and Jim Crow, and you had some states that was underlined wasn't involved with the direct of slavery or Jim Crow, but there was an underline of certain benefits that did come along with that. So I mean, yeah, I mean, in a way, um, I'm definitely going to give a little bit of clarification on it. I think some of the clarification on it is that the SB 3121 was originally for basically for insurances, for insurance companies, and also giving leeway for people to sue uh, any company that had involvement in slavery or that basically involvement with slavery and stuff like basically of a you have many insurance groups that still exist today that was around during the mid 1800s that actually profit off of slavery. Basically insuring slaves. Slaves were deemed as property at that time. They basically was insuring for any liability or any damage to property. The owners could get compensation about it. So they were basically insured. You have a lot of insurance companies, and that they did pass a law in like I think 2000 in the early 2000s that insurance companies had to basically reveal information of their involvement in slavery. So that was a big thing. It also was also opened up, um, you know, corporate restitution as well. So that that was kind of part of that other bill that was basically getting they were trying to pass as well. That black families who had specifically amount of documentation that their ancestors was used by this uh, corporate entity, they could get compensation and the company had to pay for restitution. So I mean, that's part of what the bill also stand by as well. Not all where it wasn't a total reparation packages. Plus, it was also just like studying. You don't need no more studying if everybody got the facts and the information already. There's no need to study. You got your task force, same similar setup as the HR 40. They're gonna be paid. They're also gonna make it's gonna be like a 2 year study. Why it gotta be 2 years to study it? I think by the end of the study, it's supposed to be ending by. I think by next year, it's supposed to be a task force from basically academia. It's going to be from people, communities of colors and also support communities of colors. So you're looking at a lot of non-black people or non-black American people, or I'll say ADUS, FBA, being on this task force deciding what they think black America or at least blacks that were descendants of American slavery should get. You know what I'm saying? Plus, like I said, California wasn't really technically a slave state, but they did participate in the Fugitive Act in 1850. So I mean, so it was like a double landing of it. Um, but it was a lot of different things with it. Like they were talking about community colors. They were also talking about it wasn't really talking about the specific of actual direct payments. They weren't even talking about that. It was basically just saying we're going to let this task force decide how they should compensate anybody that was affected in slavery. Now, slavery was a major economic engine of the United States at that time. And even I mean, we're not even gonna go past beyond colonial and all that, but it was a major engine at that time. So everybody benefited from slavery. Hell, even if you want to be technical, people in New York City was benefited off of slavery. You know what I'm saying? At the time, there were certain northern areas benefited off of slavery. You had a lot of trades and stuff like that, and a lot of commerce being moved. That was product of slave labor. So I mean, everybody was benefited off of slavery. You know what I'm saying? So just the wording of the reparation bill was just crazy. It was too much. It was too much vague words in there. Um, Even like I said, it was talking about African and enslaved people, African descendants of enslaved people that during a certain type of conversation it did change to African American. And now, like I said, the African American term, a lot of black people do not use that term. It's too vague. Africa is a continent, it's not a country. As you know, hell, I mean, there's white people. You look at South Africa or whatever. You got a lot of white people say they're African. So the term usually of called African American is too vague. It's not really grounded in nothing. And I think my generation is trying to get away from African American. It's too vague. It's not strong in the reparation case. It's just anybody can just hijack that word, African American, if they want. So that's why I just says it's really, really too vague. That's why I have a lot of disagreement. I know Tone was pushing about it's a success, and I think to myself, it's the same exact thing. It's the same exact as the HR 40. And like I told them, I disregard the HR 40. Tone and Yvette talk about they need to push everybody to just edit it. Man, they're not going to edit that bill. Once that bill is kind of what it is, it's set in stone. They're not going to change or edit nothing. So to me, just scrap it and make a whole new bill that include what you want. Or you don't vote, period. You don't even vote down ballot. Don't vote, period. But yeah, man, like I said, the reparation, man, I just think it's too vague. And I just don't trust California in this matter. You forgot, the state kind of, in the underline, just legalized pedophilia. So, with their recent bill that they quote call, supposed to be, it's an LGBTQ bill or law that they've just passed that underline pedophilia. So, I mean, I don't trust California in this. I don't trust it. I don't think, and let's be honest and blunt, Yvette and Tone do not read bills, man. They don't read bills. That let me know a few times, especially the HR 40. They were congratulating it, like, the big accomplishment. Shout out to Jason Black. He read it. I have to read it after he. Cause I thought what he read was, I was like, wait a minute, this can't be right. I read it. It was exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? After that, they have to they have to do, backpedal and everything else. Like I said, that let me know that Towns, being a lawyer, he don't really read bills. Yvette, I know she's in political and politics, but she don't read laws and bills. So that let me know I can't, when certain things that really go into play, I can't trust them like that. And this bill that California just passed is no different than HR 40. No different. And it also talks about serving the communities of colors. So community of colors that could be anybody. All you need to say that, yeah, I'm a descendant of African slaves or enslaved, or hell, just say I enslaved people. This could include people from the Caribbean, people that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mexico. So, I don't know, like I said, man, it's already passed now. I mean, all you can really do is put some thorough people on the task force that really hold that task force to the flames. If not, then that's going to be something that's going to be a very, very egg in the face towards a lot of Black Americans out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in my eyes, a lot of people, California's already done with Black people. I mean, certain individualities, you can kind of be a little bit successful there. You know what I'm saying? But as a group, California's done. It's just what it is. So, like I said, man, I'll hit you guys back up real soon. And like I said, I'll follow up. All right, one.